Most people think they're doing everything right for their health. They eat the greens, they cut the sugar, and they hit the gym. But what if one of the most powerful things you can do for your body happens right before your head hits the pillow, and it only takes 5 seconds? Here's what most people don't realize. While you sleep, your digestive system undergoes a massive cellular cleanup, and a single dietary habit could either supercharge that process or stall it entirely. There is a specific, biology-backed reason why a growing number of longevity researchers are now consuming a small amount of extra virgin olive oil right before bed. And it has nothing to do with standard nutrition. Just last month, a 48-year-old patient named Sarah came to me complaining of chronic morning bloating, brain fog, and low energy. She felt like her digestion was completely sluggish, despite eating a clean, Mediterranean-style diet during the day. When we looked closer at her routine, her late-night snacking was sending her blood sugar on a roller coaster, completely disrupting her gut microbiome's nighttime repair cycle. I had her make one simple shift: eliminate the late-night snacks and replace them with a single tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil 30 minutes before sleep. Within just 10 days, her morning bloating vanished, her energy skyrocketed, and her digestion felt completely reset. Before we look at the exact science of how this works inside your cells, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below, sharing your age, where you're watching from, and if you've ever experienced that uncomfortable morning bloating or slow digestion. Let's see how many of us are dealing with the exact same symptoms. To truly understand why olive oil at night is a game changer, we have to look at how it affects your gut microbiome and your digestive organs while you sleep. A groundbreaking study from Harvard University found that high-quality, extra virgin olive oil acts as a potent prebiotic, selectively feeding beneficial gut bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacillus. Researchers discovered that these specific strains thrive on the unique polyphenols found in olive oil. Here is how the mechanism works inside your body. When you consume olive oil on an empty stomach before bed, it passes slowly through your digestive tract. Because your digestion slows down during sleep, these polyphenols stay in contact with your gut lining for a prolonged period. The beneficial bacteria ferment these compounds, converting them into short-chain fatty acids, primarily butyrate. Butyrate is the primary fuel source for the cells lining your colon, known as colonocytes. The consequence of this biological process is profound. By increasing butyrate production overnight, you actively strengthen your gut barrier, effectively preventing a condition known as leaky gut. When your gut barrier is strong, systemic inflammation drops dramatically. This is exactly why patients like Sarah notice an almost immediate reduction in morning abdominal distension and a significant boost in mental clarity the moment they wake up. But the benefits extend far beyond just feeding your gut bacteria. It also directly triggers your body's natural waste management system. Researchers at Stanford University recently demonstrated that the consumption of healthy monounsaturated fats triggers the release of a hormone called cholecystokinin, or CCK. This hormone signals your gallbladder to contract and release bile into the small intestine. Here is what most people don't realize about bile. It is not just a digestive fluid used to break down fats. It is also your body's natural laxative and a powerful antimicrobial agent. When you take olive oil at night, it causes a controlled, steady release of bile while you rest. This bile lubricates the intestinal walls and regulates the migration of bacteria in the small intestine, keeping the microbial population balanced. The consequence of skipping this nighttime stimulation is what many people suffer from daily: chronic, sluggish bowel movements and waking up feeling heavy. By inducing this gentle bile flow overnight, you ensure that your digestive tract is primed for a natural, effortless elimination first thing in the morning. It completely eliminates the stagnant waste that causes toxic buildup and morning discomfort. Furthermore, we must look at how this habit influences inflammation at a cellular level. A study published in the journal Nature suggested that oleocanthal, a specific antioxidant found exclusively in high-quality extra virgin olive oil, acts as a natural anti-inflammatory agent. It selectively inhibits the COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes, which are responsible for producing inflammatory molecules in the body. Think about what happens inside your body when you sleep. Your immune system enters a state of high activity, repairing damaged tissues and clearing out cellular debris. If your gut is constantly inflamed from processed foods or stress, this repair process is hindered. When you introduce oleocanthal right before bed, you provide your cells with the raw materials needed to suppress inflammatory pathways precisely when your body's natural healing cycle peaks. The consequence of downregulating this nighttime inflammation is a massive reduction in systemic cellular stress. This doesn't just improve your gut health, it protects your joints, improves your cardiovascular elasticity, and reduces waking stiffness. You are essentially giving your gastrointestinal tract a soothing anti-inflammatory blanket to rest under for 8 hours. Now, let's address the metabolic side of the equation. Many people struggle with nighttime cravings or wake up in the middle of the night because of subtle blood sugar crashes. Researchers discovered that consuming a pure fat source like olive oil stabilizes blood glucose levels by slowing down gastric emptying. Here is the exact mechanism. Because olive oil requires no insulin to be processed, your pancreas gets a complete rest. Meanwhile, the healthy fats signal your brain's satiety centers, specifically the hypothalamus, that the body is fully nourished. This stabilizes the hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin throughout the night, preventing the nocturnal cortisol spikes that frequently wake people up around 3 a.m. The consequence of keeping your insulin levels completely flat while maintaining stable blood sugar is twofold. First, it allows your body to remain in a deep, uninterrupted state of fat burning or lipolysis throughout the night. Second, it dramatically improves sleep architecture, allowing you to spend more time in deep and REM sleep stages, which are critical for both neurological recovery and gut lining repair. However, to get these results, you cannot just use any oil sitting on your grocery store shelf. Here's what most people don't realize. A shocking percentage of products labeled as extra virgin olive oil are actually adulterated with cheap seed oils. If you consume a rancid, low-quality oil before bed, you will achieve the exact opposite effect. You will trigger severe gut inflammation, disrupt your microbiome, and wake up feeling worse. To ensure you are getting the real therapeutic benefits, you must look for extra virgin olive oil that comes in a dark glass bottle to protect it from light oxidation. It should have a visible harvest date from the past year. When you swallow a spoonful, you should feel a distinct peppery kick at the back of your throat. That burning sensation is the actual chemical proof of the presence of oleocanthal and active polyphenols. If it tastes greasy and flavorless, it lacks the medicinal properties you need. Here is your 24-hour challenge. Starting tonight, try taking exactly 1 tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Do not mix it with anything, and do not eat anything afterward. Just take the single spoonful, swallow, and let your digestive system do the rest. Monitor how you feel when you wake up tomorrow morning. Pay close attention to your energy, your stomach flatness, and your overall digestion. If this insight changed how you look at gut health and nighttime nutrition, hit the like button so we can reach more people who are struggling with digestive issues. Share this with someone who needs to hear the truth about fixing their microbiome. And to join our community of health decoders and never miss a biological breakthrough, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let's keep decoding the science of longevity together. I'll see you in the next video.